In our today's lesson, we are going to see the plural in French, even if this lesson seems easy. The main rule is the same in English, so no difficulties at all. You add an S at the end of the word. But of course, in French, we have many exceptions, and we are going to see some of them. First, with some words, you don't have to add absolutely anything at the end of the word. It is the case of the words in French ending in S, like un gars, a boy. There is already an S here, so we don't need to add a second one for the plural form. So we say un gars, des gars. The same thing for un bus, des bus. For words ending in X, the same thing. For example, la paix, peace, there already have an X here, so the plural is the same word, les paix. Words ending in Z. Again, an example, a nose, un nez, des nez. Because of the Z, we don't need an additional S. The same thing for un gaz and des gaz. Some words are also invariable. This is the case of the word chic, you already know in English, with the meaning of chic and smart. So we say des gens chic, it's a plural, but chic, no S. The same thing for snob, which is also a French word. We say des gens snob, no agreement, absolutely invariable. It's the same thing for the number 1000, 2000, 2000, no S. But for 180, it's a little bit different. So let's see these two examples now. We can say 200, 200, and in this case, you need an S at the end of 100. But when you have an additional number, for example, 203, here, as you can see, the S disappeared. We say 203 with no S. It is the same thing for 80, because we write it in French 80, so 80 pages, 80 pages, we did an S, because you have an element of 80 pages here. But if you add a second number after 80, like 100, here 82, as you can see, no S here. But it's different for this expression, and you can compare it with the previous one, page 80, no S, and 80 page with an S. So why? Because page 80, it's only one page, the page 80, so you don't need an S. But here, 80 page is the amount of pages, so we need an S at 20. Let's see now the plural of the words ending in French in E, O, and O. The plural is no S but an X. It's the case for the word feu, fire. We say feu with an additional X, but no the same pronunciation, feu. The same thing for gâteau, cake. The plural gâteau, same pronunciation, and tuyau, with the meaning of pipe and also tip. The plural is tuyau, the same pronunciation. Now, words ending in al, the singular form, they have a plural in o, aux. We have here an exception. We say un festival, but des festivals with an S. But most of them are like these examples: un cheval, a horse, des chevaux, un animal, des animaux, and this military term, un général, des généraux. Let's see another now case of words ending in ou, ou. They usually have a regular plural in S, except for 7 of them, and we are going to see. So if you want to know them, actually, there is no other possibility than learning them by heart. So the word bijou, bijou with an X, the same pronunciation, caillou, chou, genou, hibou, joujou, and pou. Let's see the colors now, because there is some strange things about them, about the agreement in French. Some are invariable when they come from a fruit or a flower. Let's take two examples. The first one, un livre orange, an orange book. The plural form is des livres oranges, but no S. So why? Because orange in French is, like in English, also a fruit. This second example, une chaussure marron, a brown shoe. The plural is des chaussures marron, no S. Why? Because in French, marron also means chestnut, so it's a fruit, so no S. But there is an exception. The exception is the word rose, which means pink or rose in French. Even if it's a flower and a color as well, you can add an S. Des chemises roses, so the agreement with the word chemise, shirt, pink shirt. Another strange case, actually, it's about color. It's when you have several adjectives, not only blue or green, but for example, clear blue or dark green and things like that. So let's see these examples in French. We have une chemise vert clair, a clear green shirt. So no agreement here. Chemise is feminine, but vert clair is here invariable. And the plural, again, des chemises vert clair, no S. But if you have only one word about color, you will say une chemise verte. Verte with an E, because chemise is feminine in French, and des chemises vertes with an S for the plural form. The same thing for une chaussure gris foncé, so a dark gray shoe. Shoe is feminine in French, but we do not say une chaussure grise foncée, but gris foncé, invariable. The plural, the same thing, des chaussures gris foncé, no S. Let's take now some other strange examples in French. We have some hermaphrodite words. So what we want to say, it's some words are masculine when they are singular, and they become feminine on the plural form. Strange, isn't it? So let's see this example. We have actually three words like that in French. The word amour, the word délice, delight, and the word orgue, organ. So let's take the example of amour, love. Love is masculine in French, but loves, amour, is feminine. So you're going to tell me that it's not really important to know because the pronunciation is the same. Yes, it is. When you add an adjective, let's take this example, un grand amour. So amour is singular, so it's masculine. So grand, the adjective, agrees with the noun and it's masculine too, un grand amour. But the feminine form, de grands amours for the plural, because the plural amour is now feminine and grand needs to agree with amour and is also feminine. Another strange word is people, gens in French. It's a plural word, is usually masculine. So interesting people, we say des gens intéressants. But when the adjective is before gens, in this case, this word becomes feminine. And we will say de petites gens. Petite is the feminine form of petit and is before the word people, the word gens. So now gens is feminine. Here, petite means not small people, but modest or humble. So, des gens intéressants masculine, de petites gens féminine. and don't tell me why it's like that. So you know nearly everything about the plural in French, but if you want to know more about these lessons and to practice and to find some exercises on our website, visit us at www.frenchspanishonline.com. It's free and it's always free. See you soon.